I'm back. So welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are an existing subscriber. My name is Claire and this is my channel Loves Red Sews. So apologies for missing last week. Unfortunately I got a little bit unwell. I seem to have picked up a bug somewhere. You may still hear it a little bit in my voice. I'm feeling much better now, but last weekend I basically spent the whole weekend in bed. Absolutely no sewing. I mean, I didn't even have the energy to sort of scroll on my phone. I just felt awful. So it was kind of a bit like a cold, but I wasn't really blocked up or anything like that. I think it was some kind of virus. It wasn't COVID. I checked for that. So God knows what I picked up. Yeah, I feeling much better now, which is good news. I've never been so ill, to be honest, in a year. I very rarely get ill, and I've had two illnesses this year already. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's not great. But I'm feeling much better, so I am back. So today is Saturday the 27th of July, and I am recording this. You will be watching this on the Sunday. It is around 4:30 in the afternoon, so I have actually been to a sewing social today. So this is my monthly sewing social that I go to at the end of every month, which is run by Becky from What Beck Sews. And it's been an absolutely wonderful day today, to be honest. We were in a new location today, so the venue where we previously were unfortunately couldn't really, well, they could accommodate us, but they didn't used to charge for the venue, and all of a sudden they decided that they wanted to start charging, and it was going to be working out quite expensive. So Becky sourced a new venue. It was absolutely beautiful venue. Very quiet. It was kind of like a little village hall, and we actually had quite a lot more space than normal. So I did take a couple of pictures while I was there today. I'll pop a couple in just so that you can see the layout. But yeah, we've had a really nice day. My mum came too and drove us there today. And I am now back and recording my vlog for you guys to watch today, whenever you watch it. So obviously last week I didn't get any sewing in at all. Oh, actually, before I start, I should probably show you what I'm wearing. So it's actually quite a warm day here today. I think we're in for another little sort of mini heat wave over the next few days. So I decided to dress nice and loose and light today. So I'll just stand back and show you. You won't be able to see the full dress, but this is kind of like midi length. And this is a no, it's not a Naya, it's a Rhea dress from Tammy Handmade. So it's just very nice and lightweight and floaty, and it just has like these little tie straps at the top, and I just tend to leave those tied even when I wash the dress. But it's very nice and lightweight, and it was perfect for today. So that is what I'm wearing today. So yeah, as I was saying, because I was ill last week, I didn't really get very much sewing done, and I haven't got any sewing done actually last weekend at all, and I started to feel a bit better sort of this week. So I did do a little tiny bit of sewing this week. Now I can't share that with you just yet, because what I've been concentrating on this week is my dress for the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. So as I've mentioned previously, and I've got another vlog all about the challenge and the pattern that I received. So I will pop if I can manage to do it, hopefully I'll pop a little link to that vlog up here in case you haven't seen that. But basically it's a 3-month challenge, and challenge 1 is for the month of July, and the reveal date for the garment is on the 31st, so this coming week. I need to do my vlog, so I needed to get the dress finished so that I could do the vlog. So I did actually twirl the garment first, which unfortunately I don't have with me here to show you. So the original dress was a little bit big on me, so I have actually made some adjustments to it, and I took that dress with me today to the sewing social, and I have finished it, apart from just hemming the bottom, which I will do either later today or tomorrow. I've got a full day at home tomorrow free, so I will definitely get that completely finished this weekend. It doesn't need much on the hemming, it's just kind of turning it up. So that is pretty much what I've been concentrating on this week, because I needed to get that done. So I'm really pleased with it. It's a fantastic dress, and in fact the first version that I made, which was kind of a bit of a twirl really to test the fit, even though it doesn't fit me, I took it along to the social today, and I mean there was probably about half a dozen people that tried it on, because they were all quite intrigued by the pattern and by the, you know, how the fit of it was and stuff, and everybody that tried it on, and we were all different shapes and sizes, and it looked really good on everybody. So it's a really versatile pattern, so if you have not heard of that pattern before, I definitely recommend it. Now, I had heard of it before I was gifted the pattern, and to be honest, I saw the pattern and didn't really think that much of it, and I wasn't really that sort of enamoured with it, shall I say. So I never really kind of went ahead and purchased it. So I'm really glad that somebody else actually gifted this to me and kind of made me try it, because I don't think I would have tried it otherwise, and I actually really like it, and I think everyone that tried it on today also really likes it. So I think there's a few people now that will be running off to buy that pattern. So yeah, that is that's obviously you know, what I said I've been kind of concentrating on this week. So that is the main thing that I have made, and obviously can't share with you today. So but the other thing, because I kind of finished that at the social, I had actually cut something else out this week, which I made a start on, and it is, now you'll probably recognise this fabric. I have to be a little bit careful here because there's still some pins here. So this is the fabric that I made my fleur fabric godmother fleur top in, and I actually had a little piece left, and I was really hoping to be able to get out cut a pair of sapphire trousers out of this. Now, I'm not planning on wearing the fleur top and the trousers together, because I think that might be a little bit too much, and I am really happy to say that I did actually have just enough fabric to cut the sapphire trousers out. So I mean, it doesn't look like very much at the moment. This is a front leg and a back leg, and I've just managed to put these together, and I have the other one, that's pinned, and I need to sew it. I mean, you can see how scant the fabric was, because I've actually had to go into the selvage a little bit on this, but I know once that's overlocked and everything, you won't see that. So yeah, I'm really sort of quite excited that I'm going to end up with a pair of sort of animal print loose fitting trousers as well, and I don't think they're going to take me too long to make up, so I might end up getting those finished this weekend as well. So yeah, that's kind of like my next plan, and then in terms of what my other sort of plans are for sewing, obviously I'm going to get those trousers finished off. I do have a few things on my so I use Stash Hub quite a lot, and I use it to add all my fabrics to, so I know where they're all located, all my patterns, but I also use the projects part of Stash Hub, and I kind of plan lots of projects within that. So I've got quite a lot of projects planned in there, and what I tend to do is just kind of pick and see what I feel like next. Sometimes it might be a new project that actually kind of overtakes all the other projects, but one thing I am doing in a couple of weeks' time, I'm actually going off to a sewing weekender, and it is like a sewing camp. that is run by the Crafty So-and-so, and they've been doing it for the last few years, and I went last year for the first time, really enjoyed it, and so decided to go back again this year. So it's on from Friday to Sunday, I believe. So it's 2 nights, kind of 2.5 days, and you stay over, and it's in a beautiful location, a really nice sort of big house, and we actually have kind of there's individual sewing rooms, so you're kind of allocated a room, and the accommodation is kind of dormitory style. I didn't stay last year, I drove home every day, so I've decided to stay this year. So we'll see what that's like, but yeah, it should be really good fun. So my plan really is I need to start thinking about the projects that I want to take for that. Last year I actually only managed to make 1 garment, and I think that is because I participated in a couple of sort of classes. There was like a knicker making class and a couple of other things I think I did, plus you end up doing lots of chatting, so I only really made 1 thing. So yeah, I've got a couple of ideas of things I want to take. I think I want to take something maybe slightly more challenging, so that I've got the time, and also there's lots of people around to help if I get stuck on something, and then I think a couple of fairly simple things that I can kind of palette cleanser type things as well. So yeah, I think my list of things I want to take is much longer than the time I've got to sew them, so I need to whittle that down and decide exactly what I'm taking. So but I've actually got a couple of days off next week, Thursday and Friday next week I'm off, so it's my husband's birthday next weekend. We don't have huge plans for it, to be honest, but we'll probably go out and do something nice during the day, and we've got a nice dinner planned for the evening, and it's also Ralph's birthday next end of next week as well, so he will be 4. So we'll probably go out and do a nice walk or something for that, but I just decided to kind of almost take like a long weekend off for that, so I've got Thursday and Friday off. So I think Thursday I will be sort of that, my plan is to kind of concentrate on getting together my projects for the sewing camp. So yeah, so I'll probably finish those trousers this weekend and then start thinking about the projects that I want to do for the camp. Yeah, there's sort of my up and coming sort of thoughts and plans and stuff. Now I know when I last spoke to you, and I've said this on a couple of occasions now, that my fabric buying recently has got a little bit out of hand, and I'm pleased to say that I have done quite well in that I haven't been buying quite as much fabric as I have previously on the last sort of 2-3 months or so, but I haven't completely stopped buying fabric completely. So I do have a few pieces of fabric here to share with you, and I thought you might like to see what I've recently got. Now I don't have many here. I've got 6 pieces actually, so yeah, it's still quite a decent amount, seeing as I kind of told myself that I am planning on only buying 2 to 3 pieces a month, and I have got 6 pieces here, so yeah, that's not going quite so well. But it's definitely a darn sight better than it was previously, when I was buying sort of 20 plus pieces of fabric a month, which is just ridiculous really. Yeah, I thought I would just share a few of these little fabrics that I've got. So the first one I've got, so I watched an unboxing recently, I think it might have been Ruan's unboxing, and it was of a So Hayley Jane box, and I really liked the look of the box. So I contacted Hayley and asked if she had any spare boxes, and she did. So I managed to nab one of the most recent boxes, and it had this fabric in it, which, as you know, I love a colourful fabric. So this is called toucan cotton. It's just a cotton fabric. It's 2.5 meters. It is already pre-washed, which is why it looks slightly creased, and you can also tell by the ends. I don't tend to bother overlocking my ends when I wash the fabrics. Some of them I probably should, to be honest, but I really liked all the colours in this. I haven't completely decided what I'm going to make with this, but I feel like it would be quite good for like a shirt dress kind of thing. Either a shirt dress or a shirt, but I'm kind of leaning more towards a shirt dress. So it might possibly be a good one to give the Lyra another go, because I'd really like to have a revisit that pattern. I've only made it once. I loved the pattern. It was a little bit big on me, and the shoulders, as you may or may not have seen, I had to make some adjustments to the shoulders, and I've seen it with a lot of other people's versions as well, where the shoulder actually hangs right off the shoulder. So I think I need to do like a narrow shoulder adjustment to the pattern piece, but I think that would look quite nice in this fabric. I mean, look at this guy here. And I really like this kind of print on the toucan's body. So yeah, that's quite a nice tropical fabric. And then I picked up a fabric recently from Rachel, from Rach Stitched Up, from her D-stash. Now, she has been D-stashing quite a lot of fabrics, and if you are familiar with her D-stashes, they go very, very quickly. So if you see a fabric, you have to comment on it straight away, because it will go just like that. And I saw this one. I happened to be on Instagram scrolling, and this popped up, and I was quite lucky to get it, I think. But I managed to pick up this. Now, this is actually another cotton. This is 3 meters of cotton lawn, and I just really love the colours in this. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to make with it yet, but I just thought it was really nice and colourful, and it's kind of got all my sort of colours in it. So I picked up that from her. That has also been pre-washed. So all of my fabrics have been through the wash recently. So the ones I'm going to show you, if they do look a little bit crumpled, that is why. To be honest, I don't tend to iron them until I'm going to use them. So I wash them, dry them, put them away, and then I will iron them when I come to use them. Sometimes I don't even bother doing that if I think I can get away with it, purely because I can't stand ironing huge pieces of fabric. But if it's really bad, especially if it's a viscose, then you really need to iron it before you start cutting it out. And then the next fabric that I'm going to show you is from Jenny Stitches. So this is a fabric that she previously had in stock, and I kind of missed out on it, and it went out of stock, and it's been out of stock for a really long time. And to be honest, I'd completely forgotten about it, and I must have put my email in, as you know, when you put your email in to say, could you let me know when it's back in stock. I think I must have signed up for that, because I got an email to say the item that you requested is now back in stock, and I thought, oh, what's this item then? I don't remember doing that. It must have been quite a long time ago. When I clicked into it, it was this fabric, and I thought, oh, I actually don't remember putting that sort of alert email in, but then when I saw it was in stock, I thought, well, do you know what, I might just order it. I don't have any particular plans to use it immediately, but I didn't, you know, these things go out of stock quite quickly. So it's an Barber fabric apparently, and it's a beautiful bright red colour. And this one hasn't been pre-washed, because this is actually a waterproof cotton. So oh, that's all my invoice. So this is actually really good value. I'm just trying to sort of show an end to show you. So it's got a bit of thickness, and you can probably hear the sound of it. So it's kind of like almost like rain mac kind of fabric. That's what it feels like. So it does feel like a really nice quality. On her website, she actually lists it as ex-Barber, and this is £5 per half metre, so £10 a metre. So I did actually order 4 meters of this, and yeah, I think I'm just going to put it in my stash for now and have a little think. I mean, it would be quite nice to try some kind of mac with it, possibly. I've never made anything like that before, so that could possibly be something on the horizon at some point in the future. But I couldn't resist it when I saw that it had come back into stock. So yeah, I purchased that to go into my stash. And then I also picked up a couple of fabrics from Beyond the Pink Door. So I saw that she had some really nice denim, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the first fabric I'm going to show you, purely because it's at the top of the pile, is this. So this is quite a lightweight kind of viscose, and I really like the colours in this. And I don't really know, again, I don't really know what I'm going to make with this as yet. I think it may be slightly sort of sheer, possibly. So it may require lining. I don't know, like a nice kind of beach poolside cover up possibly might be nice in that. Or yeah, I don't know. I need to have a little think really about what to make with that. But I just really like the colours. So there you go. Yeah, I need to have a little think about what to make with that. Possibly even a skirt. I mean, I'd quite like to make the Mauve skirt by True Bias, and I do have that pattern, never made it, so that could possibly be something like that, or some kind of a dress, yeah, I don't know, or even a tunic or shirt or something, so we'll see. I'll have to have a think about that. And this is the denim that I bought. So again, this is red. Now I think I made a little bit of a mistake with this, because when it turned up, I'll just bring it a little bit closer so that you can see the kind of texture. So as you can probably see on the ends, this has been washed, so all of this all of the ends are kind of coming out a little bit on this. And if I bring it in a little bit closer, you can see it's kind of got a, I don't know if it's really showing up on the camera. Oh, you might be able to see it a little bit better there actually. So it's got like a white thread that's weaved through it, so it gives this kind of almost kind of mottled or marl sort of effect on the denim. It's absolutely beautiful. But when it turned up, I thought, oh, she sent me the wrong denim. I'm sure I ordered, so it turns out she's got two red denims on her site, and I thought I'd ordered the solid red denim. So when this one turned up with this kind of colouring, I thought she sent me the wrong one. So I went back and checked my invoice. It turns out I had selected this one, so Andrea hadn't done anything wrong at all, it was me. And I thought I'd ordered the solid red denim, and in fact I'd ordered this denim. So if you are buying that sort of denim from her, just be aware that there's two different types on there. I think this one just says red stretch denim, and the other one says new red stretch denim. So and I think it's the new one that is the solid red colour, as opposed to this one. I mean, to be honest, it was my mistake, and I actually really like this one now I've got it. So I'm gonna obviously stick with this. I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of trying to send it back or anything like that. And I think it is a really beautiful colour, so I am really happy with that. So I'm not entirely sure what I will make with this, but I wouldn't mind giving the Thea trousers another go, possibly, although I'm not sure I'd want them quite as wide. So yeah, I need to have a think what trousers to do with that. But yeah, I have got a couple of other kind of jean sort of patterns and stuff that I'd like to try that I've not tried yet, so I may even look into possibly trying one of those. So yeah, watch this space. And then the last piece of fabric I want to share with you. So a friend of mine who goes to the Sewing Social, Lucy, she contacted me last week and said, have you seen this fabric? I think you will really like this. She said, I know you're not trying to buy any fabric at the moment, but she said, as soon as I saw this, I thought it was you. So I went and had a look, and I was like, yeah, you're right, it is it is me, and it was also in the sale, so I ended up picking it up, and it's this fabric. So this is a lovely viscose fabric. and as you can see, it's got lots of like faces on it in this kind of squiggly kind of way, and it's a really nice kind of deep red, and yeah, I thought it was really nice, and it's got little bits of grey and little bits of kind of white on it as well. So this was actually reduced down to £6.40 a metre, and so I bought 3 metres and it was less than £20, and including delivery, which I thought was really good. So it's from a company called Merry Made Fabrics, who are based in Nottingham, and they are, I think, quite a small family run business. So I had a lovely little package. Well, this actually arrived today, so when I got back from my sewing social, it was here, and it was a lovely little package. I had a lovely little note from them, which I'll just show you. It was like a little thank you card and a little note there just saying, you know, thank you for choosing to shop with our small business. So that's really nice, and they put a couple of little samples in there as well of some other fabrics. They also put I think that's like a little needle threader, which is really sweet, and also a curly whirly bar, a little chocolate bar, which unfortunately I can't eat because I am lactose free, but my husband has nabbed that one and has already enjoyed that, I believe. So I thought that was really sweet. So yeah, they are the fabrics that I've got to share with you. So not too many, as you can see, just a few, but I've definitely been very restrained. Now I have bought a couple more actually over the last few days. I got paid again on Friday. Yes, Friday I got paid again for the month, and so I think I've bought 3 bits of fabric, something like that, from different places. I've bought one from Jenny Stitches because she is currently on holiday, and so she's got 15% off everything on her website at the moment. So I jumped straight on there and just bought 1 piece of fabric, and I'm trying to think what else I bought. I bought 1 piece of fabric from somewhere else, and today I've bought fabric that I saw someone else have at the sewing social today, so I have been online and bought that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention as well, so I have been wanting to have a go at making the Avenir jumpsuit, which I've not made, and so today at the social, Becky basically finished. She was making an Avenir jumpsuit and she finished it, so I asked if I could try it on. Now she'd made the size that she'd made was basically too big on me. If I manage to get a picture of it, I will pop it in here to show you. I mean, it was ridiculous on me. It kind of drowned me a little bit. Becky is much taller than me, so the bottom of the legs were way too long, and it just looked ridiculous on me. I mean, Becky was laughing and she's like, I have to take a picture because it just looks so funny. But I kind of wanted to try it on really to get an idea on the size, and really also to see if it suits me. So I mean, the sewing socials are really good for that sort of thing. There's been a few instances where people have tried on other people's sort of garments, and it's been really good because you do get a good feel for what, you know, whether that particular garment suits you before you go ahead and make it, and also you know, you get a good idea on the size. Now that version was far too big for me, but there was another lady there, and I can't remember her name, unfortunately. So if I remember, I'll pop it here in the description below. But she had made a beautiful version of it in this white fabric, with kind of like swirls and stuff on, and she'd made a medium, I believe, and I tried that on, and the fit was so nice on me. Now I think I do need to remove a little bit of length from it because it was a little bit too long in the body, and the rise, like the crotch and the rise, was hanging down very slightly longer on me than it should. So I think I just need to remove an inch from the bodice and an inch from the crotch rise, but otherwise I think that sizing would be really good. So now I'm thinking that I really want to make an Avenir jumpsuit. I actually felt quite kind of chic in it, especially in the white version. I mean, I don't tend to buy fabric like that very often, and I really loved it. I think it was a one-off piece of fabric that she got from a shop in Milton Keynes, so I don't think I could necessarily replicate it, but I will have a look in my stash and see what I've got. So I might end up taking the Avenir project with me to the sewing camp, because I really liked how it looked, and it just seems to be flattering on everybody. So yeah, I was really happy with that. So yeah, if I manage to get those sort of photos from Becky, because she did take a couple of photos of me in them, then I will have popped them up here so that you can just see what it looks like on. So yeah, I think that is definitely going to be on my sort of up and coming plans fairly soon. So other than that, I don't really have anything else to share with you today. So I think I will leave it here now and kind of sign off from the video. So I hope you have enjoyed listening to me waffling on today about a few bits and pieces, and it's not really nice to be back again. I will be back again next weekend. I'm not sure what day I will record because my husband's birthday is on the Saturday, but as I said, I've got a couple of days off, so I'm sure I will find some time to do my recording and editing ready for my upload on Sunday. So I hope you all have a good week and a good rest of your weekend and get some good sewing time in, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to click the like button if you liked the content that I've provided for you today, and subscribe if you haven't already. So but otherwise I shall say goodbye, sign off here, and I shall see you again next week. Thank you for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye.